Drake, Champagne Poppy, the Canadian King. He is back with a brand new set of tracks, the second installment of this Scary Hour series, which I think he's essentially using as, kind of a hey, feed us a little bit to hold us over so that we can make it to Certified Lover Boy, which has been pushed back. It's been pushed back, which is unfortunate. But we will eventually get it. 2021, I think, will be the year of the Certified Lover Boy. Thank you for the sub. Now, listen, with these tracks, with these new Scary Hour tracks, I mean, I don't really know if any of this is going to be like indicative of what Certified Lover Boy is going to sound like. I'm actually going to say, in my estimate, probably not. Certified Lover Boy may, in fact, have a totally different vibe than what is going on with this track over here. Appreciate the subs. Thank you, guys. But still, regardless, they could be some bangers. They could be some good quality Drake tracks. And let's see if that's the case. We're going to listen to all three. We're going to listen to all three, starting with What's Next. And let's see how it goes. Let's see what exactly is next. Newsflash! Drake man had sex. He had sex on Valentine's Day. On Valentine's Day. Yeah. That was not very good. That was not very good in my opinion. $5 beat. $5 flow. He had a few refrains in there, but they were all so bulky and obnoxious. None of them really worked as a hook. Like, again, that long-winded, aggravated sounding series of bars where he's like, we'll see what's next. I had sex on Valentine's Day. Like, just seemed a little much. The bars in between were just okay. I guess, it seems a little bit like a warm up. It's like, okay, I'm here. I'm still existing. Here's proof of that with a super basic beat and a super basic ass flow. I feel like in a way we're just kind of giving ourselves an excuse to come out with another Dark Lane Demos quality song. And that's about it. It's funny that the track on the back end of this thing is just labeled as a freestyle. This feels like a freestyle. This feels like he just kind of riffed this shit out, and just picked a bunch of random bars that he had going. And he's like, let's just repeat these and make that kind of the hook. Make that the fucking refrain. I mean, and Dark Lane Demo Tapes was not great. That was not great. I mean, look, at the end of the day, like, I don't hold it against Drake for coming out with that project because, like, at that point in time, who was dropping a fucking project? You know what I mean? Who was dropping a project at that time? Because, a lot of shit slowed down because of the pandemic, but it wasn't a great project. It wasn't a great project. And I feel like Drake kind of set expectations for it by labeling it as a series of demos. You know what I mean? So, regardless, I didn't really get much from it. Not really getting much from that. But I have heard better things about the following track, Wants and Needs, with a Lil Baby on it. Let's see if things pick up there and we get something that's a bit more structured, coherent, ambitious. Like, God, at this point, it would be amazing to actually hear Drake's ambition match his position in the music industry right now. Because right now I feel like he's at like his peak of popularity, his peak of relevancy, his peak of influence and control. And yet we're seeing like less effort from him than we've ever seen on most of the tracks that he puts out. Like, again, it would be great to see the ambition reflected in the success, but just oftentimes it's not. Let's just try this next track and see if it picks things up. That is more like it. That is more like it. Shout out to the OVO goons in chat. I saw some people saying they were kind of bored by that one too. I like that a lot more. The hook popped. It was sharp. It was memorable. It was immediate. Drake's flow on the first leg before the beat really dropped felt a little off tempo. I want to listen back to it. Not right now, but at another point. I like what he was trying to do. In terms of how he kind of sectioned out his flow and was kind of trying to wrap around the groove of, that little synthetic loop he had going. But I think things smoothed out really well, like once the beat actually kind of came in, which I liked quite a bit. There were a few standout lines here and there. I liked the energy. And Lil Baby, while he sounded like his usual warbly self, he did come through with a very almost like a semi-aggressive energy. He definitely picked the energy of the track up a little bit, which was welcome, which I liked quite a bit. This was very clearly not a drill song, obviously, but a lot of newer drill tracks coming out of New York at the moment have a similarly dark, heavy, nocturnal, grim vibe to them that I feel like in a way Drake is almost borrowing a little bit from that. If not overtly, it's kind of a parallel in my view. And I do like that quality about the track as well. I feel like that spaciousness and that melodrama that this track kind of features, but in a different way, is part of what made, if you're reading this, such a solid project to begin with. I feel like Drake works really well in space and works really well in the shadows, darkness, drama, as I said earlier. And I think he ate this track the fuck up. So I'm going to leave it at that. I thought this one was a banger. Yes, it was dark. It was low key. It was a little skeletal as well. I mean, there's not a whole lot of details to eat up, but the basic functions that it does deliver and it does serve, I think are done pretty well. So 1 for 1 on this Scary Hours 2, the next one. So let's keep it going. We're going to hit this lemon pepper freestyle with Rick Rosé on it. Okay, so we got a third one here. Let's see if this one kind of ups the ante. Ba-bam. Okay. Yeah, that one wasn't bad. Didn't blow me away or anything. It felt like another one of those Drake tracks, like a 2 a.m. in Toronto type track. I forget the exact title if it just slipped my mind. One of many like this under his belt where it's running 5 minutes and change, 6 minutes and change, where it's just super autobiographical and he's going at lengths to update you about at 5 a.m. Thank you. Appreciate it. He's going at great lengths to update you on every little thing that's going on in his life. And, those moments, those introspective diary type moments from Drake can be pretty compelling from time to time, especially if they're underscored with a great instrumental. This one I feel like got pretty stale pretty quick, and as it drew on, while I did like the Rick Ross feature on the front end, I don't know. I mean, Rick Ross has been putting up some numbers on the board as of late as well, and has been kind of flaunting his success everywhere. And I get that the need to have him there maybe kind of ties into the reference that Drake had deeper into his verse. But the more it just became like Drake time, the more it just felt like I'm sort of wondering why he even needed to be there, because at the end of the day, this is this is really another one of those Drake moments, and he's effectively again updating us on the continued success, the excess, the luxury, the mindset that he's in the midst of, reflecting on his relationship with his son's mother, his child, going to school, so on and so forth, kind of operating in these circles where he's rubbing elbows with other people who are obviously probably as rich as he is, but maybe leading more normal lives, less celebrity lives. And, Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, and of course, So in a way, it is pretty interesting to see Drake reflect on the irony of kind of being in those moments. That to me at least like felt like a pretty authentic and I guess uh, uh, I'll just say cool call, on his part to add those kind of details into this track about his personal life at this point. But with that being said, it did drag on a little bit, but hey, thank you. Appreciate it. It did drag on a little bit, and mostly because I feel like the instrumental got old quick. And while Drake was putting out some, very salient and focused thoughts about his personal life, a lot of them weren't intersecting or connecting in a way that kind of reinforced all of it. It almost just felt like I'm just throwing out these random, almost like occurrences and just experiences that have been happening to me as of late that I guess I'm dwelling on, for some reason, but he doesn't pull them together in a super cohesive way, I guess I'll say. But regardless, it was at least interesting on a first listen to give this track a try and, get that Drake update, get that lyrical Drake update. But hey, I mean, frick, that Lil Baby track was a fucking banger. And yes, that is true. Drake and I are both Scorpios. We're both Scorpios. We both bring that Scorpio energy into everything that we do. Thank you very much for watching this New Music Friday stream clip over on TND Streams. To see future New Music Fridays, hit up our Twitch page at twitch.tv/theneedledrop. To see some past ones, hit up our Patreon page, linked near me or down below in the description. Also get some bonus monthly content in the process too over there. And yeah, see you guys in the next clip. Forever.